Now I'm going to review this game between myself and player called Gerald Hayes. This game was a fantastic one because it was kind of vehicle until we played some mistakes in kind of the middle game. As you can see, I had a brilliant four book moves, nine best moves, seven excellent moves, three great good moves, five inaccuracies, which I was surprised by, and a mistake. He played pretty good, well, except for a few mistakes that I managed to eat up and then win eventually. We were both rated 2000 surprisingly. And yeah, let me show you the game. Game starts with D4 knight, and then it soon transfers in one of the main book lines that I've prepared, the London system of like the King's Indian defense too, which is my specialty. So I played knight c6 to like kind of attack the center and develop, and they played pawn to c3, which is kind of the main structure of the system. Notice that the knight also has to be here. So after this route, I developed with the intention to set up traps. If they are wary of anything, they would castle, which would be a big blunder. The main reason because is that it leads to this, and after this, we have a fork. As you can see, the position is totally lost. But somehow, and yeah. So back to the game, I played this with the intention, rook e8. And they played bishop back to h2, which I like to call as a way of invisibility because one time I did not see, and they in fact with the bishop here and the knight here, I did not see it, and they won the exchange, and yeah, the game resulted in a losing position for me. And I played pawn to e5 anyways to break apart the center takes, and I'm about to fork these. Of course, he's wary of that. Plays bishop to c2 to protect the queen so that he can still have the rights to castle. So I did not take because I wasn't really that good at endgames. I was just okay, and I played bishop to d7, which was kind of to show up this. I wasn't really good at turning queens directly. And then they castled, and I played e4 to kick out the knight. They played this, which was out of my plans. And so I played knight to e5, centralizing the knight. And if it takes, I could take back normally. And so yeah, they played knight to d2 attacking the pawn, and I played pawn to c5, which was in fact the best move, which wasn't what I expected because I mean it's kind of a strange move, but it actually kicks the knight out of the center and he is forced to go one of these two passive squares. Of course, this one is both defending and attacking, but compared with others, it is quite passive. So after they played knight to b3, I played bishop to b5, attacking the rook, and they took, which was a mistake because after I take, I have kind of a centralized rook. Yeah, and then they played rook to e1 to like get out of danger. And then I played e5, which my intention was to play this and trap the knight. Of course, they found that, but they played a mistake too, pawn to c4. And then I played knight to bishop to c6. So I have some control to in this after getting kicked out, this is the best square. Yeah, and then they played pawn to a4 to stop me, to prevent me from pushing. Then I played knight here with the intention of moving back the rook to attack on the pawn. They played the queen to e2 with the intention of both rooks having connections with each other. I played rook to e8 to attack on the pawn. They obviously defended the pawn by the rook, and I played this. And they played king to h2, which was a mistake. I could have shown this. In fact, I was calculating this too. But the thing is, for some reasons, I actually kind of, after calculating the queen, I thought taking with the bishop, uh, and yeah, it's kind of strange. So I did not take. Of course, after the analysis, I found this move easily, even without the computer's help. But it was a strange thing for me to like. It's kind of strange for something of me to happen like that. And so they played knight back to protect the pawn, and I played rook to d8, which I think was a good move. But then obviously it still does not continue with this beautiful tactic that I found later. But it kind of centralizes the rook, and so it's still very advantageous for me. And they played this, which was easily a mistake. Because in this beautiful position, I sacrificed the rook. Because after they used the queen to take, I take back. And this position is winning for me because I'm actually winning a pawn too. And they played queen to d2, which I don't know why is the best move, but they say so. And after takes, they take back. I played queen to e5 check. They blocked it, and then I played rook to d8, um, dominating the beautiful file. And then they played knight here. After I played queen to d queen to d5, which I did notice that after they play here, I would be losing, kind of. Of course, I could still play here protecting, but it's still kind of strange. So after I played this, they played bishop to b3. I forced a trade of queen. I did not force a trade of queens. But the thing is, it also helped me to play this. But in the strange sequence, it contains a 3000 elo sequence because after takes, and bishop back, and after I take, there's this brilliant bishop takes f6, f7. It was a crazy. I thought I was still winning, but the thing is, if I take, they play check. If I play back to the rank, then they play this, and it's forced checkmate. That's crazy. And so, if I move here, as they suggest, I would be losing tons of pawns. And so, in this position, I would be totally losing. Which, although it says, yeah. So, back to the game, it was in this position that they resigned. Because obviously a 1700 like us, even I'm pretty sure 2000 cannot find this beautiful position. It's just so hard to find. Who can see this? So that's how it ends. Although, of course, it was a fake sacrifice. But in our case, it would probably be the best move for us. Even a brilliant. Yeah. And so to sum up, I have to say I'm pretty good distracting sacrifices. Although, yeah, if you look closely, there was this point where I missed kind of to sacrifice. These kinds of sacrifices are hard for me to see. I don't know why. I UK one. And so yeah, that's all for today. Bye. See you later.